Welcome to the Path to Purpose show, where we share our unique and universal stories about finding and fulfilling our purpose. My name is Katja, and I'm your host and a story coach and a mentor for purpose-driven entrepreneurs. My intention for this show is to inspire you on your path to purpose. Today, I have a pleasure to interview my friend Eva Ferjan, who is an entrepreneur and transformational leader. She supports people to become more present in their lives and unleash their power to reach their visions and dreams. For 18 years, she works mainly with business owners and management teams of companies, supporting them to upgrade the quality of their lives and to shift the culture of living in their organizations. Her aim is to support people to unleash the power to transform even the most difficult situations into a rewarding path of living. Let's find out more about her path. And I will also ask her best tips on how to upgrade the quality of life and create the life you love. So let's get started here. Welcome, Eva. I'm so excited to have you here.
Hello, Katja.
Could you please tell us a bit more about you and also please share where you're located so we can put you on the map?
Wow. Hello, Katja. Thank you. Thanks for inviting me here into your show. I'm in Slovenia, in Ljubljana, at the moment in the suburb of Ljubljana, just enjoying outside because I like to be outside. Just outdoors. Yeah.
Yes, because you also do a lot of outside activities and sports. So could you share a little bit of those, all of the things you do?
Yeah, I really like to be outdoors and I enjoy doing outdoor sports like kayaking or whitewater kayaking or sea kayaking. And I like running, hiking, snowboarding, mountain biking, everything that's going out. That's going on in the nature. So I really enjoy the nature and really play with my body, and it gives me also inspiration for everything. I get the best ideas for my work, for doing work with people. It gives me the best ideas just when I'm outside, just when I play, just when I have really fun time, just inspirations come. And it's much better than if I sit at home or in the office and just think, what could I write here? It's so easier just going out and just receiving this information and receiving ideas.
Yes, and thank you for bringing us outside with you today. So, having the nature, and it is true, it really helps us to connect with the inspiration and gain insights. And I've seen some of your social media posts of all the activities, so that's why I asked more about that. And I know now you have the inspiration, you have the calling to help people to really create the life they love, upgrade their life. And was there a special event that led you to this path?
Yeah, there were a few events, but the boldest I remember was just once I went running in the morning, and I was just waiting at the traffic lights, and it was just the morning traffic jam time. And I was looking all the people in cars going to work, and there was all just so pale faces, so empty faces, so sad faces. No one looked happy. No one looked inspired. Yes, I'm looking forward to something, but I have seen in all I've seen just some, oh, I need to go, just such suppressed faces. And I said, whoa, that's why it should be like this. Why are not people going to work inspired, really uplifted? Yes, I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to do this. I would really like to go. This was in me. Why is this like this? And yeah, and then like a student, I was working really a lot different jobs. Just during my study, I worked a lot, and I have seen all this reality in different workplaces. I have seen people just waiting that the 4 or 5 is coming. I've seen people doing many different things, just not their jobs, just to waste time. I've seen people just telling me, "Hey, why are you working so quick? Why are you doing this so quick?" Because I made my work like some game for me, so I was doing quick. No, don't do the quick. Just that. Then they will expect from us that we need to be quick. But yeah, and they went to cigarettes every half an hour, and so, and it was like, wow, what? Why this resistance to work? What? Why they are not more inspired, more playful, more of them in the workplace? Because, you know, at work you spend 8 or more hours at the workplace, and this is your life. And if you're just wasting your life waiting for this 8 hours to just to pass, what are you doing for your life? And then what are you bringing then home if you're like this? Because if you're in resistance all the time or set, you're just draining yourself, and you're not bringing this energy and joy and passion home, but you're just bringing some tiredness home. And so also the rest of your life is not as quality as it can be. And yeah, so it was leading me to discover this more. And I just said, like a student, I just said, oh, I'm not going to be employed somewhere. I'm going to be on my own. Yeah. And yeah.
And then like you made that decision, okay, I don't want to follow that path. That's not for me. I am building my own life. I'm creating the life that I want. And then how was it for you? Because when you made that choice, because I think now many of our listeners as well, they have started that leap of faith, so to say, like, okay, I want to create the life that I want. But how did that go for you from that decision? Was that easy sailing, or was there some bumps on the road? How was that for you?
Yeah, for me, it was interesting. One thing was that I'm a psychologist. I studied psychology, and just during my study, it came just to me this way of doing team building programs that are in nature, through play, through games, showing people how they can cooperate better. And I was just seeing also how to show them how to have much more of them in the workplace.
Yeah.
So this was my work, but the other part, my own part, was me being an entrepreneur. And despite I know that, despite I was also supporting others to make a quality of life at their workplace, I have found myself in patterns, not living so full life as I could because of work, because there are collective patterns. It's not just okay, I will be entrepreneur and then I will be free and everything is going to be okay. No, we have so much these collective patterns. We just picked up from our society, from our parents, from our school, from the place we are living, from all the world, from media, that you just go into this pattern. And until you are conscious of this, you just you find yourself in this pattern, and you find yourself that, I have to work this, I have to work this. And I also went into this many times in these rabbit holes.
Yes.
And just this going into nature, going to sports, it gave me this space to breathe and space to reflect and space to find out what's going on, what's actually going on. And I was asking myself even more, how can I change this? How can I improve this? How can I make this life even better? And many times I needed just to quest everything.
Yeah. And
to move, to go into the things that others are not doing, to really do things on my own, and to stand behind that, to really support myself.
Yeah, and thank you for sharing. I jump in here because you shared something very interesting about these patterns, because many of us who have started the entrepreneur journey go for that because of the freedom, but many of us might find ourselves working much more hours than we ever did in any office. It's not that I'm closing the door at 5 o'clock and leave everything behind. It's different lifestyle. So you mentioned some of these collective patterns. So could you name, like you gave an idea what they could be, but could you name one of the biggest ones? For example, what's the pattern? Because then maybe people can check in if they are having that pattern or if they're not, or a couple of those patterns.
Oh, there are so many, but one is this, that work should be from this to this time. Yeah, that it should be 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
Like, or it should and this should be, but then if it's in the afternoon, and if it's during the weekend, and if it's during the evening, that everything's okay, because we just need to come to some result, and then everything's going to be easier. No, and just postponing your life for your business. Just no, now I have my business, I don't have time for my hobbies. That's really not good direction.
Oh wow.
Yeah? I need to plan time for my hobbies. I need to plan time for me. I need to really put it into my calendar if I cannot discipline myself to do this.
Yeah.
And also for others, I need to have time for friends, even if there is business waiting, because time for friends, if you're not taking time for hobbies, you can, and just doing this for this client, for another client, just doing everything for your business, you can become the slave of your own business. Yeah, and that's one trap of entrepreneurs. Yeah. And I talked with many, and they start business to be more free, to have more quality of their life, but they find themselves even more trapped than being in jobs, and it's inner pattern. Yeah, they are just caught in these inner patterns. It's not the outside world. It's not their customers. It's not their specific business. It's inner pattern. Wow. And I help people to recognize this and also to go through this, because they are losing families because of this. They are losing passion for life because of this. Yeah. And instead of really thriving with business, they are going into just this surviving, and maybe some even succeed financially. But what does it help if you're financially successful, but in your life broken? And the quality is not there. Yeah, the quality of life, and put the quality of life in the first place, no matter in which situation you are. So also if you are in really difficult business situation, just don't put all yourself just into business. Really take care of you. Because when you will take care of you, when you will take care of your passion, when you will take care of this, what inspires you, you will help yourself move out of the trap. But if you're just really postponing everything just to come to some solution in business, you can just move yourself even more into the trap. Yeah. Wow. So that was super powerful. Thank you so much for sharing, because that brought maybe more awareness now, people to check in. And I do recognize myself as well, I needed to start
to my calendar, I needed to start putting free time, like free time, like really scheduling, like, okay, I start work here, so I have this afternoon free because I normally work in the evening. So I scheduled that to have that time and spaciousness to be able to do other things than work, because otherwise it was going to that direction that you were just doing work. And that was really a big game changer for me as well. So thank you for pointing that out. And now if somebody else is listening there and it's like, I kind of recognize that pattern. So can you give us, of course, working with you would be the best and recommended option because you get so much support. But if they want to get something started on their own, what could be one step that they could do?
Just like starting business on their own?
No, like getting started, if they recognize that they are now in the pattern.
Okay.
They don't have any time for anything else than their business. And no friends, no hobbies, just business. So what can they do?
Yeah. First thing, just really take at least 1 hour for you and go out somewhere that you feel good. Or sit at home in a couch and really just observe yourself, observe your breath. Take pen and paper.
Yeah.
And really just ask yourself, what is the life you really are creating yourself? And what is that you really, really like to do in your life?
Yeah.
And ask yourself, what can you do on a daily basis that will move you more towards this that you are creating? So you're creating something beautiful, but is this the path you're in still there? And just really, really take just 1 hour, and in this 1 hour, make space for the next week or for the next 2 weeks. And it's also helpful to help someone for like accountability. Just someone you say you meet with someone outside if you're such that you really rest if you meet with someone, but otherwise just maybe have someone that you're just writing, today I went out.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more if you have to report someone. It's tricky.
That works.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's like I wouldn't do it myself, but since I promised the other person is waiting for me, I need to go. So whatever way you can do it. Because I thank you so much for sharing.
And this time that you take for you, for example, you say you're going to do anything for you, just this time really put your phone off.
Yeah.
Or away or off, and also your mind, just check that you do something different, that it's not you're physically out but mentally just in your job still, because it's also a trap. People go just hiking. I meet people hiking, for example. I go on Saturday hiking, but I meet people just being in couple and talking just about jobs. Wow, hey, you went out for you and you're talking about jobs. Hey, you need this space for you, this creative space. It will give you so much more, not less, if you just let your business stay somewhere away for some
just for a moment, an hour.
Just spilling coal hour. Or if you're playing with kids, play with kids.
Like
not be with kids be with kids just physically, but mentally more in your business and on phones, and yeah. So really, that's really take this time for just being. Yeah, it will give you more, not less. Just really, but it needs some practice. It needs some practice. At the moment, it's really maybe it's like feelings of guilt. It can come feelings of guilt from this because it's out of comfort zone. It can be, especially if you're already there. Yeah. But when you will get used to, you will see how valuable is this time for you.
Beautiful. Yeah. Thank you for sharing. It's kind of the message comes through, like being really present, like if you, whatever you do. And now if someone is inspired, like, okay, I want to work with Eva, like to get support, how can people find more about you and your work? What's the best way for them to reach you?
They can find me on LinkedIn.
Okay.
I have also my website. Are you going to put the links down? Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
they will be in the comments.
And they can also write me email. You can put a link below. Just write short email. Maybe let me know what's your challenge, and we can have a short talk, and we see if I can contribute something to you really in this.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you for offering that. So if anyone now wants to get started, if you recognize some patterns that maybe you are stuck, just reach out to Eva. She's so kindly offering this initial conversation to see how she can support you. And now, as we are wrapping up here, do you have a special message that you would like to share?
Yeah, this message is, your life is yours. And so if you're on some workplace or at your work or doing something that you hated, just find how can I really make my life, create my life here. So all the hours of your life are yours, even if you're doing something you don't like. Just find your way that you like this hours of your life. Really, just because there are so much hours on autopilot. Just move this out of autopilot, just especially those parts that you don't like. Just make your life that you like.
Yeah, beautiful and powerful. So thank you so much, Eva, for your time and all the work that you do in the world. And I want to thank you for watching the Path to Purpose interview show. And if you want support for your path, you can join Lightworkers Who Succeed on Purpose Facebook community. And I'm sending you so much light and love. Stay well and stay tuned for the next episode by subscribing to this channel. And bye for now. Stay well.